Hey everyone, it's me again, and I'm not going to be in my lab this time. I'm actually going to be outside for this one. But welcome back to Ford Man's Garage series. I am starting another series about the vehicle behind me, but that will be for another time until I get certain paperwork going. But anyway. Today, I'll be showing you how to put a starter solenoid on a 1994 Ford Bronco. So, when we have panned over that way, we have the part. This is the Duralast starter solenoid, part number 5, well, F492. And it looks like an easy piece to replace. I mean, all you have to do is just put together several bolts and all that, and then it's all good to go. So I'm going to be putting that into the truck today. So yeah, it's going to probably be a short couple-minute episode this time. So yeah. If you like what you see in this video, like and subscribe, and let's carry on with today's mission. Okay, so what I got here, we're going to be working on him today. Now, I will put down this. I am preparing my truck to go camping. And if I pan to a different shot, you would see that I got these brand new 2025 All Country A2 tires. More on that come to follow. But let's pop this open and let's continue with this video. Okay. Now, I know all you guys are not mechanical, so I'm going to make this brief. So, here's the battery. The alternator is somewhere over here to my left. And then this little guy right here is the part that we're going to be replacing. Now, judging by a YouTuber that I saw in the past, shout out to the Weekend Handyman channel that I saw, I've never replaced something like this before, but the video was posted a couple years ago. I'm going to go into further detail on it. So, what it is, this part generates enough power from the battery to go to the starter to power it up. Now, since I changed out the battery multiple times from my company, changed out the alternator and the starter, and got new plugs for the battery on this, I never come to thought I've never replaced this. So that's why I got this part with me today. So this part goes to here, so I can swap it out and get whole new hardware for this and get going. So let's move on with today's video. I will go on to this footage as a little bit of a warning. If you are attempting to do this on any vehicle, either replacing the starter or alternator, I will take this time to say, please be careful with voltage, either 12 or 24 volt system. If you're planning to tinker with it yourself, please, I cannot stress, please pull apart the positive and negative terminals on your battery, just in case if there's either any backlash electricity or just basically any discharge of the battery whatsoever, and less chances for you to get shocked or possibly third or second degree burns. But enough of that, let's get this thing teared down and replaced, shall we? Okay, for this project, I'm guessing you're gonna need a 13mm wrench, a half wrench, and a 9/16, I'm guessing. But again, like my safety video told me, first things first, disconnect the battery first. I think this is negative. Gloves are optional. As we speed run through this, I made a crucial error in explaining this. This decreases the amount of battery volts going to the battery. But as you can see, I'm hard at work trying to get it off as best I can. It's proven rather difficult in real life, I can tell you that. And the reason I use hand tools is I generally like to experience it firsthand for myself. There's the ground wire, then the other cable off the other bolt thread, and off comes the leads. But yeah, I will explain more in the next shot. Okay, after going through many wrenches, you're gonna need an 8mm to take off the solenoid itself. Actually, there's two bolts that hold on to the body. This part right here has not been off since the factory. This is the original solenoid that comes with it. Today's cars don't have that. So I'm impressed that this one held on for as long as it did. So let's get the new one out. The new one out. I will admit it is a little bit different than this one. I'm not going to be messing with I'm not going to be messing with this bottom one. I'm just probably going to tie that off somewhere, but I am going to be using the new bolts that come with it, so I can just veto these two off and then put this new one in. Okay, already like how it goes. Let's put these screws and see what happens next. This might take a while. I'll be back once I got everything fastened. Okay, now that I got everything installed, sorry about the movement, I got this installed. Now you got to put back the wires. So but let me just throw them on there just in case these wires decide to bugger off. And yes, that is a British term that I just used. Trying to beat the sun here. Okay. I'm probably going to get something that fits it, so I'll be right back. Okay, after going through my parts, you can need a 12 wrench to get this thing back on. Let me just go a little further. Well, that's unfortunate. I'll be right back. Quick update. I broke the solenoid. But that's just gonna be for me, but I'm probably gonna delete that part. But the solenoid, it broke. Or it was broken. That's the story. I'm gonna go into town, get a new solenoid, redo the whole process, and be gentle this time. Be gentle. So, be back in a bit. Okay, we are back, and welcome back to the channel, Dad. Sorry about the technical difficulties, but as I did say, to make a long story short, I broke the starter solenoid. So me and Dad are trying to put together the new solenoid to the fender. And yeah, you won't believe it, but yeah, I didn't know what I was doing, so I had to ask Dad for help. As you can previously see, my back is kind of covering up the camera, but in this next shot, you'll see what truly happened. Yeah, from that previous shot, yeah, I obviously broke it. I do apologize for that. I did not know that those bolts, you have to be extremely gentle. Me being a mechanic, I should have known that, but clearly I didn't. So here I go with the second one that I got from O'Reilly's, and they're pretty good equipment so far. So let's see if I can put this together without breaking it this time. So let's see how we can get this going. I'll be back to check on you later, or for me in the video, we'll be back to check on you guys about my progress. So remain tuned. Okay, there we go. Now once we get that bolt in, I'll check back with you. Okay, it took me a minute, but eventually me and my dad eventually got the starter solenoid in. Let's test it out. Okay, now let's return to the studio. Okay, that was a good startup, and what I thought was giving me less power for the battery. Well, basically put my pop said for this thing, which is the stock part. This is basically electronic reducer. So how you basically, if you put a 1/2 inch to a 3/8 reducer on a wrench, that's what this part's for. It restricts the voltage to a certain amount of volts for the resistor to get the starter turned. And as you see, the battery in my truck started up quickly, no problem. So I'm thinking over time, because it kind of shorted out, I think here, send more volts to the starter so it can be starting up, which drains out the battery further. So now I know. Food for thought. So now, since that's replaced, I got a couple more parts I gotta do, which is the spark plugs, the plug leads, and also the cap and rotor. Let me go deal with that. Right. Had to deal with my puppies a little bit, but on that, I think that puts an end to this video. Yeah, this definitely puts an end to this video. If you like what you saw, like, comment, and subscribe. And all the rest of the parts, I'm going to be doing that later with an oil change. And I'll probably be putting the pictures of the tires up. That's pretty much it. So, again, if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe, please. And thank you, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.